Guys, I just need to show you what one day of neglect can do in the garden. Those of you who garden know this. Okay, so yesterday, Saturday, I had a really busy day. Never got to come out here. And I come out here like 3, 4, 5 times a day. I came out at sundown when we got home. And let me just show you. Things have grown like mad. Cucumbers are just going crazy. Look at this. One day of neglect and it goes nuts on me. I mean, there are cucumbers everywhere that are ready to be picked. I don't ever let this side drape over and hang down. This all happened in a day. And tomatoes going nuts, just everything. So amazing. I love it so much. We're actually having our solo servants group over from church tonight, and I thought it would be a fun thing since I've been taking vegetables on Sundays and Wednesdays. I did not take any today, so I thought it would be kind of fun to give each of them a brown paper bag and let them come out here whenever they arrive this afternoon and pick their own tomatoes and cucumbers. So I think that'll be fun. Maybe I'll show you a little footage of that as well. Good morning. Okay, so I am about to try to make easy refrigerator pickles. As you know, we have an abundance of cucumbers. Last night our solo servants group was here and they picked quite a few, like 5 or 6 people were out there picking, I think. And I went out this morning and I was like, Mike, I thought that they all picked some. And he said they did. Did they? There's still a lot. So I looked up an easy refrigerator pickle recipe and I found one. I don't know how it's gonna be. I know it requires vinegar, salt, water, dill, and of course cucumbers. So I got fresh dill out of my garden and I'm just gonna get started. I'm only making 1 jar because I'm a little nervy that they're not gonna turn out great and I don't wanna just waste cucumbers. I don't have any fresh garlic, but I do have minced garlic. I mean, I think this will work, organic minced garlic. Why not? These are my trial and error pickles. Just put a little in there. Some of my pickle slices. A little more dill. Okay, so that was 3 cucumbers right there. I'll just stick some more dill on top. Maybe another squirt of garlic. And now then I'm going to add my vinegar and salt. Actually, I'm gonna make a little mixture of it and then pour it in. Okay, it also called for kosher salt, but I don't have kosher salt, I just have real salt. I feel like this salt is pretty stinking salty. I could pour it directly in here, but I just wanna play it safe. I'm doing about half of a tablespoon. Half a cup of vinegar. Woo! Yeah, we're gonna be adding some water. Maybe the rest of the way. like a half a cup of water, a half a cup of vinegar. Guys, I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing. And it says in like 6 to 8 hours, these should be ready. I'll probably let them sit a little longer than that. You can see the garlic floating around in there. Dill, garlic, pickles, vinegar, salt, and water. That's it. Let's hope that this works out and turns out good. So I cannot remember if we have told you guys about our big water leak or not. We thought that it was the frost free over here, and it was leaking. And then we had another frost free out by the big barn, and we fixed that. And then our water bill just kept going up outrageously. Aspen came last week and brought their water leak detection equipment out and discovered we have a big old leak. And unfortunately, it is at the frost free that is buried in concrete. Ooh. So today they are going to be cutting up the concrete, replacing the frost free, fixing, or moving it actually, and fixing our big leak. This is not a cheap job, let me tell you. So here's what it's looking like as of right now. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay, you guys, so you know I made pickles this morning and I'm dying to try them. It's been about 6 hours, 7 hours, so right on the borderline of being ready or not. So I'm gonna grab those out of the fridge and give them a try. I'm a little nervy. I hope that they are not terrible. I gave them a little shake on the way back over here. Let me grab a fork. All right, here we go. Oh, I'm nervous. They're pretty tart, but I kind of like that. They're really not bad. Okay, I'm surprised. They're getting better. Oh, wow. The dill is really strong if you get a bite of the dill. Okay, stir them up a bit. I think adding the garlic was definitely a good thing to kind of cut just the salty vinegar flavor a little bit. I also think that it'd be really great to have jalapeno in here or crushed red pepper. I could still add some red pepper. They're really not bad. Now I just have to see what Mike thinks about them when he gets home later tonight. Super cool, easy recipe. I will put it in the description. If you have a really great recipe for easy refrigerator pickles, let me know. But I will share this one because I think it's actually pretty stinking good. Yay me, I made pickles. Today I am digging this out to continue on with my brickwork. I think I chose the hottest part of the day to be out here, so that was a poor choice. But I am getting it done. My wow, you guys, it is so hot outside. I just came in from mowing. Mike is still mowing. Our plumbing saga continues. I showed you they discovered the leak in the one in the concrete, cut it all out. There's a major leak there and it is galvanized pipe that's in the ground, which is basically obsolete these days. So yeah, I'm about to start a GoFundMe to pay for our plumbing. This is how ridiculous it's getting. So they are going to have to either, number one, we have a couple of options. For a whole new line from our water meter up to our house and tie in. And then bore all the way out and around to hit all of our other faucets, tie all of our other faucets in. The other option is that we rent a trencher and do it ourselves. That's sounding a little more cost effective, so that's most likely what we're going to be doing. It is just going to be a lot of work, and we don't have time right now to deal with this. We have a couple of other things going on that are fun and exciting and already planned and in the works. And yeah, so this is not good timing for plumbing, but it is what it is. Can hopefully get some equipment rented and get some things done, but it will have to be a little later on. Can't do it right now. There's a reason for that. You'll find out soon. All right, I'm going to take a shower because it's stinking hot, and they turned our water back on. We've been without water off and on for the last 2 days. Fun stuff. It actually hasn't been horrible. We just have to like run out, turn the water off, turn it on, take a shower, run out, turn it off, do without water for a while, but it's back on and it's still leaking. Not cool. It's a new day and I got the ground all dug up and prepped for my brickwork. I'm laying my landscape fabric like I did, whenever I did the other brick. Underneath my landscape fabric is shale, and I'm able to like tamp that down and get the bricks to settle down in it pretty good through the landscape fabric. I know there are a lot of ways to do this kind of stuff, but this is how we did our very first brickwork that's between the first 2 raised beds, and there are 0 weeds growing through there, and it's been over a year. So this is how we're gonna do it all the way around, and I feel like it's gonna be really great. While I'm working on my little brickwork project, Mike is working on getting our shade tarp back up. We replaced the wood post with metal post quite some time ago, and now that we're out here doing all this, we decided today's a good day to get the shade tarp back up because it's starting to get super hot and we don't want our lovely plants to die. All right, so project within a project. Our shade tarp is up. We need 2 more carabiners. We're gonna stop at Lowe's and get those tonight, but for now we use zip ties. Oh, this is gonna be so great for that midday sun protecting our garden. Wow, that's so like substantial looking. I love it. I eventually need to paint my post black, I think. And I need to level out and straighten some brick along the way. It's not gonna be perfect, don't worry. But anyways, looking so good. All right, so I got all the brick laid for part 3. Everything's in place, but I have to show you, I'm a little bit proud of something that I just did. I feel like a total craftsman for what I did here. Let me show you. I was able to break a couple of old brick or bad brick, and create pieces to go around this post by filing them on some cement, some rough cement. And we have a masonry saw, but I did not want to bother to get that out. So I think that's not gonna look terrible. But anywho, about to get started mixing and sweeping into the cracks. right, guess what time it is? Time to wet down the brick. All right, so I shared the game plan with you the other day. I completed phase 1 and 2, and then today completed phase 3. The rest of the game plan. And if you don't get my Ryan Trahan reference, look him up on YouTube here. He is an amazing young man. He and his wife are doing a super cool series, and we just love watching them because it's good, clean entertainment. Okay, back to my project. Anyways, it's part 3, I guess, phase 3. And then phase 4 on around this way. Mike's working on getting this cleared out for me. This will not happen for another few weeks, most likely, because I'm out of energy and time. And then we'll round it out over here. So it's super exciting. The garden's just looking more and more beautimous every day. And my brickwork is perfectly imperfect, and that's the way I like it. So let me know what you think about my brickwork. Also, let me know if you watch Ryan Trahan. The 50 States in 50 Days specifically. If you have a garden, which I know some of you do, let me know what you're having the most success with. For me, it's obviously tomatoes and cucumbers. My zucchini does pretty well. I'm really disappointed with my bell peppers. So today I came out and I was like, I think it's time to pick these orange bell peppers. A worm had gotten a hold of one of them, and both of them were completely like dripping and heavy and just complete mush. So I tossed them over the fence, but that was really disappointing because we were waiting on those peppers thinking, ooh, these are going to be so great. So don't know what went wrong there. Maybe I should have picked them sooner. I don't know. Do you pick them while they're green and let them turn orange, or do they turn orange on the plant? My first time ever growing colored peppers. So yeah. I can't remember if I showed you guys the tomatoes that I propagated. Basically, it was the cuttings from some of my other tomato vines, and I put them in water and let them grow roots and then stuck them in the ground. They are doing amazing. I had to cage those today because they're getting out of control, actually. This week, we obviously had a lot of super hot temps, but we felt like we accomplished so much with the brickwork and the shade tarp and mowing and just doing all the things, still dealing with the leak, but we actually chose to go a different route when it came to the repair and fixing all that. So you'll be seeing that a little later on. Next week's gonna look a little different, so stay tuned to see what's happening. And while you're here, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Thanks again for watching.